not talking unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week. You hear me?
I'm not talking. I'm not talking unless y'all giving me likes, commenting, and subscribing. You hear me? Good. Hey, JamiThatsMe here. Listen, I just wanted to come and chat with y'all real quick about some Real Housewives tea, just a little piece, okay? Because y'all know, I did a video the other day talking about how Ralph apologized to Drew Sidora in his latest video, and we got into that just a bit. We also talked about Ralph and what Drew ended up mentioning about him. Pretty much trying to get child support and alimony and stuff from her, and so he came out with the statement, having some things to say to address the matter at hand. He is now accusing the person he has apologized to and all of that. He's now accusing her of lying. All right. And speaking of Drew, y'all, did y'all know Drew album dropped? Drew dropped an album called I Did It to Me. All right. And I do love a few songs. One of them is Good Girl, Bad BIT. It's My Girl. The other one is Spin the Block. And then she has a single out, I'm sorry, called Love for a Minute. Because I was going to say Love for Me. And that's not what it is. I'm sorry. Love for a Minute. And I like it. Now, I'm going to be honest, Drew. I do feel like Sierra Gates wasn't really needed on the second part, but I also at the same time was like, well, good for Sierra. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like over there on Loving Hip Hop, Sierra Gates was kind of being played out a little bit by Spice or whatever. And she been trying to do her little music thing, but she didn't necessarily, I didn't feel like she was rapping on Drew's song. I felt like she was just giving like some poetry just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Maybe just or just talking on the track, kind of like what Cardi B did for Summer Walker in her song, and Cardi kind of left a voicemail or whatever the case was. I felt like with Sierra, she was just talking on the track or whatnot, but it was cool, right? I actually think Drew has a good project. I know y'all finna cuss me out. I know y'all is, okay? But hold that thought, because my best friend calling me. I'll be right back. But listen, I think she got a good project. So now I'm back on P. Okay, so listen, I think Drew has a really good project. She has a song on there. I think is it Single Again? I Did It to Me is a good song as well. I'm over here looking because I did save the album. I think it's or is it Delulu? I gotta see which one it is. I feel like it may be Single Again, but she got like this vibe. Like it's like a Beyonce type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not gonna play it because I ain't trying to get Drew them flagging me. But y'all should definitely go and check out her album. Okay. I think it's good. Y'all let me know. Now, if you're gonna hate, then hate in peace, okay? But outside of that, I thought it was good. I thought she did a good job with it. I did put some snippets or whatever up on my story for y'all. Y'all can check it out over there on IG. But I say just, give it a few seconds, okay? Just give it a few seconds. Just check it out, see what it's giving or whatnot. But I thought that she did a really good job on this project. She seemed to be super, uber duper excited about it. It's been a long time coming for her. And congratulations to Drew doing her thing, even though Ralph was trying to slick ruin this one. And I am going to say that, Ralph, I am going to say that you tried to ruin her day. And the reason why I say that is because, baby, the episode was filmed on Sunday, Ralph. It was filmed on Sunday. So why would you wait until the day that her album is supposed to drop for you to now call out the fact that you feel like she's lying on you or whatever? I don't think that's really cool. In my personal, and I also feel like you were using it as a moment to slick also promote him downstairs. You know what I'm saying? So, I kind of feel a way about that just a little bit. Like, you ain't have to rain on her, but you could have did this on Wednesday. Why did you have to wait until Friday to try and ruin this latest moment? Ooh. Listen. Child, I can't. I hate it. I hate it though. But it is what it is. In my head, I'm thinking like, gosh, I wish they were able to, I wish they would have been able to figure things out, work it out. Potentially he work on things that he needs to work on for this marriage and, be better and they stay together. But let me tell y'all something. If it ain't work, if it don't fit, you must have quit at some point, I suppose. But I also will say, on this album that Drew has, baby, she is happy to be moving on and single. Okay? On one of her songs, she was over there talking about, oh, you thought I was going to stick around? You thought I was going to stay with this? Oh, hell no. You got me. I'm not sticking around for none of that. I'm done. Whatever you thought this was, it was kind of giving that Ralph wanted to stay in the marriage, and Drew was like, hell no, I want to go. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. And they said they was racing down to the doggone courthouse to file for a divorce. And I definitely believe, in my opinion, honey, that he beat her there to slick, try to embarrass her the same way he tried to play her out when he dropped what he just dropped. But that's just my opinion. That may not have been his intentions, but that's how I'm feeling about it. And I want us to go ahead and check out what it is Ralph had to say over on his page. Okay, this is what Ralph put up. Let us get to that. All right. Ralph says, well, first of all, let's get into the caption real quick. So Ralph says that stop thinking everything you hear is true. By the end of this, people will owe me an apology, and I want it by Monday. Now, Ralph, you're going to have to prove for a fact that it's false in order for the people to give you an apology. Okay. All right. So what are you going? What are you going? Were you going to drop additional receipts or something over the weekend to confirm that, you know, what Drew said was false about you wanting alimony and things like that? In addition, I think be careful, because I promise you, whatever you do, Drew is going to take it to the police. Take it to the judge and tell the judge you taunting her in some capacity. Okay. But we're going to get into what he says. He says, since Drew publicized sensitive and disparaging information surrounding our divorce on Real Housewives of Atlanta, etc., I need to provide facts and complete details, as the blogs are now spreading false and incomplete information. He says, 1, the judge ordered that I move to the basement due to false allegations. Okay. So what were the false allegations as to why the judge ordered you to move to the basement? That's interesting. I'm not even finna dig up no court files or none of that. I'm not, I'll let somebody else do it. But what were the false allegations, Ralph? The judge ordered that I continue to pay all costs associated with the home and all vehicles, which I've paid over 10 years. That makes sense as to why you would be forced to pay that, because you were already doing that, which is what I told y'all. Some judges will make you continue to pay for a child. It's not yours if you've already assumed responsibility of that kid. So that makes sense. It sounds like it's not much different than with Porsha and with Simon. He was already taking care of things. In addition, from my understanding, I think it was listed in the prenup that he would. So the judge ordered him to continue to do so. He goes on to say, in 3, the judge ordered that Drew has temporary primary custody of the kids. Child, not you right there in the house, and she the one with the primary custody. But he wanted to make sure that everybody knows that is temporary, because I'm sure he's going to try to get some type of joint custody. But my question is, I don't know. Are you seeking full custody of the kids and as well as child support? Anywho, let's keep going. He says, I have no idea where this asinine request for child support or alimony came from. It's not true. And you can't believe everything that you hear. That's what he says. Now, a lot of times we will believe everything that we hear. We will believe it. I mean, Drew said it on a platform, and I feel like it's easy for people to believe what she's saying, because your behavior that you've shown at times to different people may feel like that's right up your alley. Okay. That sounds like it's on brand. I mean, you did wait all the way to the end of the week just to even put such a statement out when the episode dropped on Sunday night. Okay. It's giving Pettyville. It's giving Pettyville for sure. So let's keep going. All right. He says, the reason I am in the house is because my kids mean the world to me, and I refuse to lose access to them like many other dads. I don't doubt that, but I do feel like there are in addition to's attached to that that's not being listed. In addition to, I pay for this motherfucker, so I'm finna get out. Why I gotta get out and go buy me somewhere else and stay somewhere else? I'm going to the basement. Okay, you talking about the judge ordered you to move down here. I feel like you about asked, can I continue to reside in the home in some capacity? Yeah, you can be you can live. Is there a basement? It is. Okay, fully furnished, multiple bedrooms downstairs, kitchen. Well, you gonna stay down there, okay? Because that is one little thing about Atlanta. I don't know about anybody else's basements, but Georgia basements be giving. Okay. And I'm sure that's in a lot of places. But again, I haven't seen a lot of places basements. I only can really speak to Georgia's, and they basements be, if it's finished, baby, baby, it be a whole nother apartment down there, and I be here for it. Okay, shout out to y'all. Okay, in the basements, girl. Even though they ain't trying to create those no more, they ain't trying to build a house just like that no more for real, girl. Okay, anyway, okay. But yeah, so that's what I think. He probably like, if I'm gonna pay for it, I gotta live in a piece of it. I got to be in a piece of the house. So I think that's also a part of the reason as to why Ralph is still there. He says right now I can see them every day. If I left, I can only see them every other weekend. Now that I do believe is true. Now, I do believe if he left, he probably would be limited to how many times he could see them. Okay, so there's that, and I'm sure it makes it less awkward for the kids for them to still kind of be in the same house, even though it's a slight bit awkward that one is upstairs, one is downstairs. I think it may make the transition to for real being completely separate a bit easier for the kids potentially, but that's that. All right. That's that. He also goes on to say, 6, as details of our 2-year divorce are being made public, I'm taking the liberty to support men and families as they navigate unfortunate circumstances via my YouTube channel. Now, see, Ralph, I have to be honest with you now. When you get to 6 is giving, I'm not going to say clout at all, but what I will say is to try to rain a bit on her parade and to try to get a bit of any publicity that she's getting from her, her album on your YouTube channel is giving a bit spiteful, just a bit. Nobody's saying you shouldn't promote your channel. It's your YouTube channel. Do what you choose, what you want. But I just feel like it's the timing that's not making sense. He says, I've learned, well, it's making sense, period. It's making sense. It's just the timing is not, you ain't right. Okay. He says, I've learned a lot throughout this journey and sharing my experiences. He says, subscribe as it will be valuable and entertaining. It's the number 6 for me. It's the final sentence for me. Subscribe and it will be valuable and entertaining. Mr. I'm sorry to Drew and the kids. Isn't that mommy and daddy love you so much and wookie wookie dookie ookie. And then here you go over here. That you could at least say congratulations, Drew. Dang, all divorces don't have to be that bad. Okay, at least say congratulations. But why y'all at it, support Drew and support me too. But anywho, child. Whatever. He goes on to say, lastly, I don't have any animosity towards Drew. You sure? You sure, sir? I have no idea where this asinine request for child support alimony came from. It came from Drew on the show. Didn't you just say that I need to provide facts and complete details as blogs are running with false narratives? And then you said there was since Drew publicized sensitive and disparaging information surrounding our divorce and Real Housewives of Atlanta. You just said where it came from, and then now you say you don't know where it came from. Okay. I guess he said he don't know where she got that from, basically. Maybe she got it from her attorney or something, okay? Anywho, so he goes on to say, lastly, I don't have any animosity towards Drew. He says, I'm still taking care of her, my family, and have taken care of her family over our 10-year marriage, regardless if she acknowledges it or not. Put some respect on my name. Okay. Well, there's that. That is what Mr. Ralph had to say when it came to Drew and the matters at hand. All right. Y'all let me know your thoughts about it. I mean, you may feel completely different than me. You might feel as though he was not trying to get a piece of her shine at all. You know what I'm saying? You may feel like, hey, and even if he was, he got a right to, you guys may feel the same. And then again, you guys just might feel a bit differently than I. But go ahead and leave your thoughts and comments down below. All right. Next up, I want to talk a little bit about Tamar and Kandi Burruss, as well as Kandi and Shamia. All right. So let me refresh this really quick because I want to make sure I have it up when that time comes. All right. So first things first, I want us to get into what Kandi had to say as it pertains to Miss Girl. What is her name? Kandi. Give me 1 second here. There we go. Okay. So Kandi and Tamar, y'all know they've kind of had some beef on and off. They did Big Brother together. I thought they were good. They were cool. Kandi had her a part of the her concert or something. Some things went left. There were some problems, okay, for the past few years, all right? A video surfaced of Tamar talking down on Kandi's restaurant and things, but she said it was about 2 or 3 years old, and she doesn't even know how it even resurfaced. She didn't know. I feel like she probably did know, now that I think about it. I don't know. You sure you don't know how it resurfaced? I feel like you did know. But all in all, Tamar has had some things to say to, talk about Kandi's business. And when Kandi got the chance to sit down with Entertainment Tonight, of course, they asked her if she had any thoughts that she wanted to share about the mess of it all when it comes to Tamar. And this is what Miss Kandi had to say.
As far as Kandi and the gang, yeah, we did have a conversation about doing another season, but then I don't know, it didn't come together. So Todd and I are still thinking about doing it somewhere else.
Okay, could bring it back. You got all those restaurants. You can, invite Tamar on to.
You will not be bringing her.
I know that's right. You will. What? You can invite Tamar. That he slid that in so messy and eloquently in my personal. So many. You can get Tamar. That is so nasty and so rude, sir. So nasty and so rude of you to do. Child, that's crazy. But I do wonder what network they're considering if they were to do it. I mean, y'all could, I guess if they just put it on streaming, that's fine too. But I guess they can shop it to WeTV. Don't do BET. Don't do BET. Not Netflix. I know Kandi said last year that the show was coming back. So it seems like we haven't gotten any clarity on that, and they're still trying to shop around. That's what it seems. But let's get more into what she has to say about Tamar.
In my interview,
nobody is saying, "Yo, where we going to go eat? Let's go to Old Lady Gang." Who?
Can you believe that she's still on you?
I'm not playing games with clowns. Like, I'm not finna be in the circus with you, sweetheart. Like, we're not doing that ever again.
Love that.
As far
So y'all know where that came from. I will not come off my chariot to throw tomatoes with you, sweetheart. Okay, let's give it a bit of Mariah Hulk. All right. That's what Kandi said. She's not finna join the circus. She's not finna participate with the clowns. And I think that's okay. I think that's okay. I think it's perfectly okay for neither one of them to want to speak on each other when they do interviews. All right. You know what I'm saying? And I also like the fact that Kandi kind of stopped the book right there. But at the same time, it leaves room for Tamar to go on another tangent, which I don't believe Kandi's going to respond to at all. When she referred to her as kind of like a clown. I'm not going to be a part of this circus. Like, I don't have anything else to add with that. Just don't try and make her a part of my show. Like, don't do that. Right? But Tamar did have something to say. Tamar just replayed a clip of when Kandi was getting ready to sing against Shamia. Y'all remember that? And she put a clown emoji up and said clown on fire. Child, I can't. So this is Tamar's way of trying to comfort Kandi's vocals, because a lot of people feel as though Kandi can't really sing or whatnot. And there's that. So, y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. All right. Let me know your thoughts about Miss Kandi referring to Tamar as a clown and Tamar subtly clapping back just a piece. Did y'all see where I believe it was Tamar's birthday not too long ago, and Toni Braxton ended up making a post to Tamar, and I think she said something like, I was gonna do something on your page, but I forgot I'm blocked or whatever. And Tamar like, girl, why is you acting like that? Like, we just wasn't on the phone together. Like, you ain't got my number. Like, you worried about being blocked on social media, but we was just texting each other. Like, don't put on for the people. Don't do that. The Braxtons are a mess. They are a mess. I know they're renewed for another season. They are going to be bringing us something else. We're supposed to be getting Ashley Braxton on the show as well. So we'll have to see if that's actually going to happen. All right. If that's actually going to happen, I would think that it's going to happen, but I don't know. I hope so. It's going to make for a messy season, because I'm thinking about the whole situation with Lil Kevin, Tracy's son, that whole dynamic. Girl, y'all handle this situation right, honey. Just do right by Lil Ashley and stuff, because this right here can be a very, very messy recipe. But either way, that's all I got. Wanted to come and give you guys a little bit of something. Please make sure that you're liking up the video. Of course, I am Jami. That's me. Not so fast, okay? I forgot. We have to get into what Kandi had to say regarding her and Shamia getting this peach, all right? Her involvement in it. So let us go ahead and do that before we go, all right? Let's get into it.
I want to dig in and get your thoughts a little bit on what's happening. The fans are really feeling Shamia,
That's my girl.
That's your girl, and I feel like you are responsible for her finally getting that peach.
I am. So a lot of people don't understand. You know, I don't even want to start bragging or taking, but I can take the credit for that one. But
she kind of gave you the credit when I talked to her.
Well, that's my girl. But even like one of the people that make the decisions, they was like, "Thank you for continuing to, you know, push us to get Shamia because she's great for the show." And I've been trying to get them to get Shamia for some years. Like, it would have been perfect for me if she would have been there while I was there.
Right.
But even after I left, I said, hey guys, she has it all. You know, she has, you know, big family. She has a big personality. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, she's been here. Like, why won't y'all, you know, put her on the show? And so for a while, you know, they went back and forth. And last year, you know, she is married. So they had to kind of convince her husband.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm telling you. Keep asking, keep, you know, pushing it, like, figure it out.
I want to dig in and get your thoughts a little bit on what's happening.
So that is what Miss Kandi had to say. She feels that she is very responsible for Shamia being over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay? And whatever it is, we thank you. And we also have to thank Shamia's husband for being on board because he wasn't previously on board before, okay? So shout out to them. I did notice that it is baby PJ's birthday. Happy birthday to baby PJ. And Shamia ended up putting a post up to celebrate baby PJ, and it was just so sweet. I was like, come on, class act. Yes, I love that. Hopefully it was very well received by Miss Porsha, and hopefully we can see Shamia and her baby girl over at Pilar's birthday party, should she have one. That would be nice. But I'm also hearing that Shamia always makes a post, you know, for baby Pilar every year, and this year was absolutely no different. So that's good, and I love that they're not, you know, her and her husband and baby girl sung happy birthday to Pilar, and I love that they're keeping the kids out of their mess. You feel what I'm saying? But that's all that I have. I wanted to hop back in, give us that little piece, and girl, I'm gonna hop right on back out. All right, you can find me on social media at JamiThatsMe. Subscribe to the channel. You can share the videos to support. You also can come on over to the Patreon too if you like. All right, but that's all I got. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I could face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can feel the pool.